What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to True Tales. So first things first, before I introduce my co-host, let's just go through some comments. Fee, proud of me because I was on time for my own stream. Thank you. Ben, Repti Chat, shout out to you, my guy. What's going on? Why am I so early? I'm not sure. This one hurts a little bit. Look, Paul's monitors. It hurts too much to be here. Listen, no one told you to leave. You know what I mean? It hurt. It hurt. It really did. Surprised you're here, Paul. Not playing with Raven brackets Nigel. Two very different names there. No worries. Pookie. It's time for the Pookie. Do that now. 2 or 3 Gilla to come out on Tom feed. Dan, what's going on? Nice seeing you, mate. Matt, hello, geezer. See, look, he's stop yelling. He starts hating, and then all of a sudden, oh, hang on, and then all of a sudden, there you go. Yeah, that's it. You're so loud today. I don't know why. I've not changed anything. If I do that, is that better? I don't know. Bailey, hello, my friend. Welcome. Right, let's get into it, ladies and gents. It's time for me to bring in my co-host, Paul. Yo. Paul.
I'm just watching you on TV. Why am I here?
Yeah, because I brought you back in.
Why?
Because I didn't want to subject anyone to an American accent being on True Tales.
I told you that I didn't want to do it anymore.
I thought you were joking.
No, I literally said to you that I never want to do this ever again. Why is this happening?
I thought you were joking. I thought we were boys.
Oh. Why? How am I here?
Oh, listen, I know how to do things. All right, I've got contacts. I've got things like that. What's going on? Are you co-hosting or not?
No, I'm done with True Tales, mate. Maybe let me leave and then go back again, and it might sort itself out.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, try that.
What am I doing? Am I kicking you? Am I?
Yeah, kick me and then add me again and see if it changes and sorts itself out.
All right, no worries. Right, 2 seconds. Hang on. Where are we going? Hang on. Where is it? There it is. Ah!
What the hell? What's gonna join?
What's going on?
What's up, man? How are you?
Yeah, all good. You?
Good, man. Better. That was a nice little skit, right? You put a lot of time into that one, huh?
Listen, where is it? I fully disagree with this. Paul, do you want to come back in for a minute, or are you happy just kicking?
What?
Hang on, here he is.
What's up?
What's going on?
We had like a couple of ideas, and I was just gonna like really just be like,
Yeah.
but then Riddler wanted to be like, oh no, I wanted to be my co-host, and I was gonna just, but yeah. Anyway, I am realistically done. I'm gonna go. Neither of you have my blessing. I hope it's a failure. I hate you both.
Yeah, we appreciate your love and support. Means a lot.
Good luck without me.
Bye, Paul.
Bye.
Holy shit.
Anyway, what's going on? My new co-host, as promised, is the man, the myth, the legend, Ravishing Reptiles, Alex. What is going on?
Not much, man. I'm about to set up my microphone, so hopefully audio quality skyrockets in 1 second.
Okay. Well, just whilst you're doing that, let me go through some more comments. So it's Pookie time. Yeah, boy.
I hate that she fucking does that shit.
I love it. I think it's great.
I'm sure you love it.
Hi, Matt. Hi, Fee. There we go. Here's where he turned up. Why is he here? What is this? Fee, did you not know that we were going to do that? That's class. That's funny as. The handover. I would like to. But I don't think we were that bad, personally. That isn't winning no awards. I disagree. I love how the first podcast with you and you're sat there reading the instructions for your microphone. That is superb. We've done well on timing, haven't we?
Bro, it's not my fault that this was delayed.
To be fair, your audio is all right as is, to be fair. Shame the Oscars is tonight, or you might have won something. Yeah. I can barely hear Alex. I can hear you all right.
Yeah, everyone can hear me fine, bro. Some preferences.
Where's your moustache, bro? There you go. You've been asked your first question on episode, one for you on True Tales. Where's your moustache, he says.
Well, I got a haircut today, so normally they, get rid of it. It'll grow back in a few days. I'm not trying to look like Will and just fucking people with a fucking thick ass mustache, like get burrito sauce on it. I'm good the way I am, bro. Very
Although he did spot this.
Yeah, he didn't even comment on the love and support, man.
Well, that's what I expect from Will nowadays anyway, to be fair. But it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, he's something else, man.
Right, so here we are then, geese. Here we are. Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm starting early. It never ends. It never ends. Riddler is too loud compared to Alex. I don't know. Is that something in here? Let's have a look. Hang on. We're doing really well here, aren't we?
Yeah. I'm about to give up on this.
My mic. Ah, that might be why. Hang on.
Oh, okay. So it is the mic. So the mic is connected. Pop filter, cable. Oh, I see what's going on. What the fuck is that? What did you just do? I can't hear Riddler. Is he fucking with me? Okay, thank God. Okay, nobody can hear him. Thank God. Settings? Okay. I'm glad Riddler's embarrassing himself too. He's still talking.
You hear me now?
Nah.
Bro. Right, how's that?
Nah, man, can't hear you.
Right, are you messing with me now or what?
Yeah, nah, I'm fucking with you, dude.
Oh, for God's sake, it's such a twat. Right, how's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, sweet. So I'll tell you the reason why I was a lot louder was because I hadn't plugged my microphone in. So that is probably what did it.
Hold on. Does my audio sound any different now?
Not really. You've got to change it in the settings. This is all stuff we probably should have done before, to be fair. But
this is definitely something that should have been done before. What if I move it back a bit?
Yeah, no, you're all right. Now, I wasn't muted, to be fair. Essentially, I didn't plug my microphone in, so it was coming through the laptop itself. This is exactly what I envisioned. You're a hater. Everyone giving advice, but to be fair, I'm here for the professionalism. Yeah, I think we're all here for that. There we go. Lovely job. Right. Are we good? Are we started? We're 9 minutes in. Are we going to get cracking here?
Oh yeah. I don't give a fuck about this microphone anymore. I'm gonna figure it out later. I already did.
Oh, he's muted now. You're muted, bro. There we go. All right. You're good. So the funny thing is what I was going to start off with, which is now going to make it even funnier, was what do you think our plan is with regards to True Tales, apart from looking like twats and not being able to use microphones?
So plan number one is have the microphone thing figured out by next time. If I'm actually able to figure it out, I'll probably be able to use it in my regular videos, which would be cool. Plan with True Tales, dude. I don't know. I was hoping you would tell me. It's your goddamn show.
It's our show now, my friend. It's our show now. This is what I mean. To be fair, it's probably going to stay true to what it almost similar was before, which is just a bit of time for people to get away from reality. We'll talk shit, we'll talk reptiles, we'll talk life, we'll talk whatever. People can laugh with and or at us. There was probably a lot of laughing at mainly me a minute ago. But I think that's really what it's all about. Like, if you've had a shit day today, for example, I can only imagine that seeing us scramble and not have microphones set up was quite funny.
Yeah.
Nice little cameo from Paul as well. Thank you. Although, in actual fact, to be fair, whilst I say that, Paul, appreciate you for the first 7 episodes. This is the love child of something we came up with. So I appreciate you. But yeah, here we go. Oh, look who's turned up. Mr. Brad himself. What's going on? What is going on, Brad?
Good to see you, brother.
Rambles. The audio is a lot better. Mike sounds a lot better. Mike sounds much better now it's plugged in. It usually does that, to be fair. So, yeah, here we are. Right. So, I don't know how many people watching know you. So maybe we'll start with maybe like a little introduction to yourself. So do you want to tell us, this is probably, we won't make it too much of an interview, but just introduce yourself, I guess.
Yeah, cool. So my name is Alex. I'm obviously from not the UK. I live in Florida, which is in the United States, for those of you that don't know. I love reptiles. They are probably the thing I am most passionate about in this world. I'm just fascinated with them. Everything about reptiles is just freaking cool. Lizards and snakes. I even have a few frogs, which is cool. I have my own small channel, which is a nice little outlet to kind of just express myself, show people, you know, a day in the life kind of, you know, the animals I have here. I'm 28 years old. I have a wife, 2 kids. I work, and I don't do much else other than have downtime and probably spend most of my time here in this reptile room. It's my little escape.
He's already sending it. See, look, he's already in the sidelines. Giving that people in Florida are so sheltered they don't know. They don't know people know Florida is in America.
Well, I didn't want to sound like, you know,
Listen,
ethnocentric
to be
and
fair,
assume people knew where Florida was. I can't name more than you guys. What do you guys have in UK? Like provinces, states,
counties.
Yeah, I can't name 2 or 3. So I'm flattered that, you know, you guys know the US states. I don't know any states in fucking UK. So I was trying to be nice and inclusive.
Everyone knows about Florida because Florida, or mostly Florida man, is in the news every 5 minutes. Florida man tries marrying alligator whilst high on bath salts and things like that is a very common, you know, sort of headline. I can't remember if it was the last truth. Was it? I know it was one of these lives that we did that I said there's a fun game to play. If you type in Florida man and then your birthday, and then it comes up with a headline from that day. We had some funny ones on that one, but cities or counties. I think the UK is more educated on the geography more than Americans. Well, to be fair, correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, most Americans don't think there is a world outside of America. Am I right?
A lot of Americans don't really care about anything other than America. I'm not one of those people.
No,
it's just UK hasn't really piqued my interest. I like other countries. It's just not where you're from.
Do you know what? My sister went to America a few years back, and she got chatting to an American guy or a restaurant or something, and you know, obviously explained I'm traveling, I'm seeing, you know, I'm doing different states, blah blah blah. And the guy said, "Oh, you know, how come?" And she was just like, "Well, I'm just traveling. And he was like, "Oh, all right." She was like, do you not get out?"
Travel?
And he went, there's nothing in the world that I can't see here in America." She was just gobsmacked at that comment. She was just like, right, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's a lot of people have a similar mindset. It's pretty bad here.
It's become a political part. It won't be political, I promise. It won't.
Oh, please, Paul, stay. It won't be political.
You can't see monitors in the wild. That's why you got to get out and about. Right, let's carry on with reptiles. What reptiles do you keep, Alex?
So I have a corn snake, a calicoon snake, a ball python, a Kimberly rock monitor, leopard gecko, crested gecko, 3 red-eyed tree frogs, a toki gecko, a Suriname red-tailed boa, a electric blue day gecko. It's a little baby, not even close to blue yet, and 8 green tree pythons.
Sick. Yeah, and those green trees are just they're next level.
Dude,
I was watching your video the other day, and even as babies, like it's weird because with a lot of monitors, I'll use the Doomerals monitor for an example. As a baby, stunning, and then when it gets older, you're like they're still cool, but they just lose all that color, and you're like, that's all right. But then with those green trees, like from birth or hatching all the way up to adulthood, they're just stunning, man.
Yeah, dude. And I think hold on, my dog is here. Holy shit, he came into my room. Get up, dude. I'm trying to kick him out, and he stood up.
Oh, look.
Go. Get out.
Actually, Fee's gonna like that. Fee, if you're still watching, there you go. You got to see some dog content.
As babies, they look cool, and some people want to debate it, but for the most part, there's a consensus that the red babies are like a little bit more. They're just better. They tend to look better as adults. They're also a bit harder to produce. I mean, not that they're hard to produce, but there's not as many parents that'll give you a good amount of red babies. And the cool thing about it is, as you get to the more like extreme pairings, that red doesn't even become red anymore. Like they're just born like dark purple. It's like the sickest thing ever. And I just like that you never know for sure what they're going to look like as adults. Like with monitors, you have a pretty cool idea. With most snakes, you have a pretty good idea. With green trees, there's a lot of chance involved. Like you can play your cards, try to go for a certain thing, but you can get something completely like random.
But then does that almost carry on through the generations? So say you had like, I don't know, 2 of the more blue ones and they had a very green offspring. Could that green offspring then produce something blue after that?
Yeah.
It is.
That's the cool part about it. Yeah. So that's why some people do it, but like all the top guys, they have tracks. Like I think the green tree probably out of any other like sub community within the reptile hobby, they're probably the best at record keeping. Like when I buy a green tree python from like some of the more reputable guys, they'll give me pictures of the baby when it was first hatched. They'll show me the parents paired up, the mom going through ovulation. They will send me a family tree of the parents the parents obviously of the animal, the parents of the parents, their cousins, some of the yearlings, 2 years old, 3 years old, adults of like the same pairing. Like it's just completely crazy because then you can look at that whole thing and then you can have like 10 different things happening here, and then you'll notice one that had a decent amount of black speckling, and then you may want something that has a chance for black or to carry a gene that'll produce some black, and you just go with the like it's just crazy, man. But it'll skip generations sometimes. Sometimes it'll even skip a few, and then sometimes some of the more like prominent bloodlines were born kind of lucky. Like they would get 2 imports that just looked like really nice regular green animals. They paired it together, and then all of a sudden, like this snake had a ton of blue or had like black speckling, which is also really hard to keep as an adult. Or it ended up being like high yellow. So that kind of stuff happens. That's also how the first albino was produced. It was just complete chance. Neither of the parents were visual albino.
Damn. I don't think I've ever seen an albino green tree python.
It's a death gene so far, we think.
Oh, is it?
There's only been a few of them produced.
Yeah.
most of them, like, first of all, yeah, it's the number of them produced is like less than like a dozen or a couple dozen. They all die within like a few weeks. The one exception was one owned by Marshall Mendez, and that one lived to 2 years old and then just crashed. So it doesn't look like that gene, for whatever reason, thrives with green tree pythons.
Yeah. Is there because I can't remember what species it was, but I'm sure they, to almost strengthen that bloodline, they just went and did a load of, like, they just increased the strength through hets. And then eventually down the line, once they had stronger bloodlines, I think then once they started pairing hets together, then they started getting albinos that were surviving. I can't remember what it was, but I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if I'm talking absolute bollocks, which, knowing me, I could very well be. But I wonder if maybe that's... I'm sure I've heard that somewhere. I can't remember where it was. But
it wasn't. I don't think it was for green trees. It must have been...
No, I don't think it was for green trees. But I think that's what I'm saying. I think it was for a species of some sort where, similar to that, like the albinos were just not surviving. So they were just basically breeding hets and just continuing that until hets were basically creating very healthy offspring that were visuals. But I don't know. That could be interesting though. But I'll have to look that up because I've never seen one before, to be fair. But
yeah, that sounds cool. And it sounds like it probably would have worked.
I'll have to look it up and I'll see if I can remember what it was. But it does sound. It sounds feasible. It doesn't sound like I've just pulled that out of my arse, so that's good. But
yeah, it sounds believable enough, which is all you really need on your podcast.
There's no one in the comment. Yeah, there's no one in the comments going, "Shut up! You're talking absolute nonsense." Well, to be fair, it wouldn't surprise me if that does come up, but it is what it is. But is that your favorite reptile, the green tree python?
So it is. It's definitely my favorite. What the hell?
What?
Oh no! I got a call and it sent it to my computer, so I'm just gonna put my phone on DND.
All right.
It's definitely my favorite, just because I think the babies look sick. I think the adults look sick. I like that they're arboreal, like just fully arboreal. They're low maintenance. They're pretty feisty as babies, typically. And then they tame down really easily, which kind of just makes the interactions with them as adults even that much more rewarding, because even as babies, like, their bites actually hurt just because they have like really strong teeth. See you later.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Just because they have like really long teeth, since they're used to like just catching shit from the trees. But yeah, they're definitely my favorite. It's the only species I have any intentions of ever breeding. I think there's enough people breeding reptiles. Like, I'm not, just going to contribute to that for no reason. But I think with green trees, there's still a lot of potential possibilities. And like I said, it's just really, really exciting not knowing how they're gonna turn out. So it's definitely my favorite snake. As far as my favorite animal, just based on coolness, I think the Kimberly rock monitor is probably up there. But as a species, I like the green trees more.
Yeah. You're a little way off of breeding just yet, aren't you? Yours still juveniles, aren't they?
Yeah. My oldest. So I get all my animals, not just the green trees. I like to have them from as young as is safely possible. Because a lot of the fun for me for keeping reptiles is getting to watch them, grow up and develop. Like, I'll probably never buy an adult something. The only exception will probably be for the blue day gecko. Just because they need to be older to be sexed, and I do want to get this one a pair. But yeah, I'm a ways off. My oldest one is a 1.5 years. I raised that one since it was like 5 months old. All the others are either a little bit over a year old, close to a year, or like 6 to like 7, 8 months. Typically for green tree pythons, the males, I believe as young as 2 years old, they can probably start breeding. I think it's 2 or 2.5 years old. So it's something like that. But for females, it's at least very absolute minimum. It's like 3 years old. But sometimes I think four is like where it's like most people feel comfortable starting to breed them, and then some people even wait as long as 5 years. So
Right. Okay.
it's a long game for sure. Like I'm in it for the long run.
Yeah. Have you? I mean, I'm assuming it will potentially come down to adult coloration, maybe. But have you already got almost like your pairings? Have you got an idea, or are you just going to wait and see how they look when they're older?
So the thing is, I haven't sexed any of them yet. You can't really sex them as babies.
Oh, right.
You have to wait until they're about a year old till you can really start probing them.
Yeah.
So all of mine have been just bought unsexed. I could probe. I want to say 3 of them. I can probably probe, but again, since they're not ready to be bred anytime soon, there's no rush. I can just wait for a sperm plug from the shed, and then I'll just sort out my males and females that way, and then think of the parents. I do have a couple in my head that I really, really want them to be like opposite sex because the pairing would just be crazy stuff. Crazy. So I do have a couple that I'm hoping lean one way or another. But yeah, I think most of mine at this point have a good amount of designer blood in them. So that's pretty cool. And I do have a couple that are like pure locality, which I also do want to keep working with.
Yeah. Sweet. How long have you kept reptiles for?
My very first reptile was like 15, 16 years ago, but it was like a PetSmart like rescue. So that doesn't really count. I mean, I had it for a couple months and then it died. It probably came with like some kind of injury or parasites or whatever. It was a Chinese water dragon back when, I don't know if they still do it, but here, like that was like the one thing that they would always sell at the reptile stores. But as far as the ones I have, my longest lived one is my leopard gecko. Yeah. She is 9 years old now.
Oh, nice. Big Willie. What's BFFR?
What's before? Use your words. I know you speak English now.
Mr. Will Exotic himself. We need an update, Will. Have you found your male what's it? Oh right, okay, there you go. He fucking for real. Look at him coming on with that vile talk. We haven't sworn what actually no, we've sworn quite a lot. So what's obviously you've got your YouTube channel. We've got this now. I've got my YouTube channel, but what's your end goal?
With YouTube?
Yeah.
Bro, Brad, always on a mission.
Mate, I'm so jealous, man. Like he's literally, I see his updates and things like that. I'm like, I want to do the next project, but I can't at the minute. But his next one's gonna be sick.
And I'm like, I wish I had talent. That's all I think about. When I watch his videos, I'm like, man, I wish I had talent. But no, man, the plan is, so even though I love my day job and I genuinely do love what I do, it's still a job. You know what I mean? This being on camera, filming YouTube videos, not a job. My channel just got monetized 2 weeks ago, more or less. So it's obviously going to be a while until it makes any kind of sustainable income to where it can justify me leaving the job I have now. But the goal is to one day just do YouTube full time. Between that and, you know, potentially breeding green tree pythons, that's going to be my life. Like the dream is 4 years from now to not have a day job. Like for my passion to be my source of income. That would be something else, man. I know that's what most people want, and so it's kind of a basic answer, but that's really what I'm hoping to achieve.
I've given myself a similar one. I've said that I want to have my tools down by the time I'm 35. So I turned 31 this year, so I've got just over 4 years to go. But
bro, what? I thought you were like 40, man.
Fuck yourself. How does that sound? No, especially when I was bald, that certainly didn't do me any favors for my age. But no, I'm 31 this year, which is kind of depressing.
That's super depressing.
But yeah, I've set myself. It's not as bad as turning 30. I didn't enjoy that one.
30. I feel like when I turn 30, I don't even think I'll turn 30. I think I may just disappear before I turn 30, so that no one can ever say
Wow. We thought the same. That I was in. Wow.
damn.
Man had an uphill paper round, bro. Shots fired. No, I'm 30 years old, soon to be 31. But yeah, so my plan,
When's your
similar to
birthday?
yours, 27th of April. So I've still got
God, I hate that
3
month.
months. But to be fair, that's the same month that my wife is going to give birth to our second child as well. So I'm probably going to age a lot in April. Never mind looking in my 40s. I'm probably going to look like a 60-year-old man, I reckon.
Yeah, same thing happened to me, man.
Mm.
I had my second one 3 months ago. My back has started to hurt. Like my thumbs feel brittle. I'm getting tired out of nowhere. It's rough, man. Kids are a pain in the ass.
It's funny because obviously I came off of nights last night. So when I got home, I went to bed in this. So I finished at 6. I had to drop my boy off at nursery, so that was 8 o'clock by the time I got home. And my missus was like, "All right, just try not to sleep too far into the afternoon, or you won't sleep tonight." I will be honestly. I woke up at about 1:30, I think it was, in the afternoon. I can assure you that obviously I'm not going now, but if I was to go to bed now, I could fall asleep. It's as simple as that. Like
Jesus
those
Christ.
days of sleeping too much are gone. But if I go to bed, I'm getting some kip, mate. I was lucky because to be fair, when my current boy was born, I was very lucky because the missus stayed in the nursery with him, so she slept in the same room, so I didn't have sleepless nights. It was very good of her. She was like, "You're going back to work. I'm not. There's no point in us both being tired." I was like, "All right, sweet." I just did some bits, on the weekends or helped during the evenings and things like that, but I didn't do the sleepless nights. But in general, it's like it always goes from one thing to the next when it comes to things tiring you out. Like, you got that, but now he's learning how to walk. And he just wants, because we hold him up by his little hands and lead him around, but he just wants to do it all the time. So you're like leaning over, obviously like that, because he's too short. And by the time he's done about 3 laps around the house, you stand up and your back is just rigid.
Jesus, man. Yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
we're literally there. We're just like, can you just start walking by yourself? Because my back ain't cut out for this.
Dude, there's I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys have them, but there's we have like walkers here, dude. We don't have to do all that.
Like, no, we got them as well. We do have them, but he'd rather you walk with him. That's the thing. Like, you put him on his walker and he's like, "Nah, you're all right." He comes up to you.
Oh man, I see what's happening. I see what's happening, dude. That little boy has already asserted his dominance over you.
He's got me wrapped. He's got me.
Go in the walker. Daddy's back hurts. He says, "Nah, you're gonna walk me today, bitch. Let's go." And you give him your little fingers. Yes, son.
Yeah. Mate, he's got me wrapped around his little fingers, which, to be fair, is quite nice considering the position I was in, a year and a half ago, which was depressed. So that was nice. So it is much nicer.
Congrats on that.
Yeah, appreciate that. But no, it's nice because me and him are becoming, best buds very quickly. So, but yeah, it was shit, man. When I first became a parent, it was awful. Obviously, I'm assuming most people that know me have heard the story of obviously me getting postnatal depression, and it sucked.
I didn't know that.
Did you not?
Dude, I thought only women got that.
That's common misconception. No, they don't. They don't.
No
Both
way.
men and women get postnatal, because I didn't realize that. Like, because I was there, I was worried about my missus. I was like, I hope she doesn't, get postnatal depression. I hope this and that. Man, she fell into parenthood like she was born to be a parent. I was Bambi on ice. It rocked me. It's like I'd just taken a punch from Mike Tyson. It just, like, on the daily, I'd just wake up and get crack. How's that? You know what I mean? So it was shit. It was really, yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know. And then, yeah, slowly, it started turning up. And I was like, it was rough. It was rough. But no, we got there in the end. But that's why I'm
to kind of get over it.
It took me a good few months. Like, I started feeling better after about 6 months or so. Then
that was a while, dude, to be like.
Well, to be fair, the first 4 months I didn't realize. Like, I didn't like I wasn't in a good space, but I didn't understand what it was. I didn't know what was going on. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't until my missus was like, I think you're depressed. I was like, what do you mean? She was like, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And then started having a little look and whatever, and I was like, oh shit, I think that's it.
I'm glad you were able to overcome that.
Yeah, it was rough, but like I say, now I'm not looking forward to the newborn stage again. I'm not looking like it'll be fine. Don't get me wrong, but I'm going to be distracted with my boy anyway. You know, I help, but it was just such a lifestyle change. Just went from, you know, obviously we've all got responsibilities, but going from those responsibilities to having a child, like as you know, fucking hell, what a man.
Are you at all worried that something like that will happen again, or you think that now that you're already kind of used to being a dad, it'll just be like, oh fuck it, what's one more, and you'll just
I think now that I've been through it, and I've overcome it, and I know what to expect this time. That's the thing, and like I say, because to be fair, I'm going to be spending a lot of my time and effort and energy with my boy anyway. You know, the missus is going to be doing the majority of the newborn stuff, which is fine. Like that's an agreement between both of us. I think that was a lot to do with it anyway. Like with the newborn, there wasn't a lot I could do. You
can't do anything with them, dude. They're just there crying, doing their own thing. Like you can't hang out with them. Like it's. I think once they start turning like over a year, you can actually like do things with them and they become fun.
Yeah, I agree. So I mean, the way I look at it, and I don't know if this is a bad way of looking at it, but worst case scenario, if I hate it again and I'm really struggling, I know that there's an end to it. I know that in 6 months to a year, I've just got to get through that, which sounds awful, but it's true. It's 6 months to a year, and I'll have another sort of toddler that I can have fun. You know, it's going to be a lot better. So that's sort of the way I look at it. But I think I'll be all right. I mean, a lot because we're having a girl next. That's what our next one is. Which is a worry in itself anyway. Like the idea of being a dad to a daughter is terrifying for me. But a lot of people have said a lot of the time when they're kids, they're easier than boys anyway. So it's when they become teenagers that's the problem.
I hope so.
Yeah. Because I grew up with two sisters. I've got an older and a younger, so I've seen what teenage girls are like. You know, my missus tells me stories about what her and her sister were like when they were growing up, and it's like, that sounds fucking awful. It is what it is, isn't it? You got to overcome those things when they get here. No, girls are great. But this is what I mean. Like, I know some people that have said they quite like having, you know, daughters and things like that. I know one friend of mine, actually, this was quite funny. He had 3 daughters. I think the youngest one,
God damn.
then, and the youngest one I think was then like 8-9 years old, and they decided to try once more for a boy. 4 girls.
Of course, that always happens, man. When you try too hard to get the opposite.
No, Riddler girl dad. Yeah. So come April, I'm going to be a dad of a boy and a girl. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, that's quite funny. But no, it's like I say, when we were told by the midwife, you expect a little girl, I didn't really know how to feel. I was just like, almost like, my missus was like, it's funny because of obviously what I've been through before. We come up, my missus was like, "You all right?" And I was like, "I think so." I was like, "I think I'm all right." Yeah. But it's good. It's fine. 2 girls and a boy here. Yeah, nice. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Girls fighting.
I mean, everyone does, but
yeah.
I know what he means. Like, it's different, man.
I know that my sisters, for example, they had more arguments than I did with either of them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That never ends then. Facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, so that's what's happening in the short term. But similar to you, like I say, I'm trying to push. I'm not monetized yet, as you know. However,
you're halfway there.
I should hit 2K hours by the end of this week, which is quite nice. That's why I got a man cave figure. By the way, yeah, the man cave is what you want. I mean,
Yeah, if I
that's
have my
pretty
reptile
much what I'm in
room,
now. Yeah, the reptile room is basically the man cave. I did sort of have a games room, but apart from last night, I've not played any sort of games in weeks, if not months. But yeah, you got to have that
sell all your
downtime.
games and make a second reptile room.
What's that?
Sell all your games and make a second reptile room.
In all fairness, it was pretty much a second reptile room anyway, because that's where I had who was up there. The Tokay is still up there because there's no way she's fitting in here. The Tokay, there was a royal up there, or a ball python, as you call them.
We can call them royals. We're on a UK podcast.
No, it's a joint effort. I keep telling you, it's your podcast as well. The milk snake was up there, and the leopard game now. So it was basically a second reptile room. And in actual fact, we've got 2 beardies and a blue tongue skink in the living room as well. So there was basically
cool.
2.5 reptile rooms.
Reptiles in the living room. She says they got.
See, I got lucky. I got lucky because my missus loves the beardies. It was her idea to get both beardies, so they're safe. The only reason we've got the blue tongue in there is because it's Dobby, and like M had a little connection to that one when he came in. We saw it as a baby. Again, I don't know if you've heard the story. We saw it as a baby when I was working in the reptile shop. We couldn't buy it. We didn't have the time, space, money, any of that. But some friends of ours bought it, or him, I should say, not it. And then it was a few months ago. They were like, we're sort of downsizing and have to sell, move a couple on.
Yeah.
Do you want Dobby? And I was like,
yes.
Yeah, you're right. I do, because this little skink was like obviously really scared when it first came into the shop, and every time you walk past it, just leg it. And we got him to the point that he was hand feeding and coming up to the glass. So we fell in love with this skink. So when they said, "Yeah, do you want this skink?" we were like,
"Yeah, you can't say no."
Yeah. But that's the only reason why I've got away with those in the living room. There's no more in the living room. I still don't know how I got away with getting a monitor lizard that's in an 8-foot enclosure. I don't know how I did that, but I'm not going to question it.
Just do you ask for, and you don't ask for permission, right? You just get them and then you just deal with the consequences after.
Yeah, that's very much the whole thing of asking for forgiveness over permission.
That's what I do.
A lot of people would agree with you with there, but I don't.
You're a good guy. You're actually a good guy.
It's very much we discuss these things. It's mutual. I don't have to sit and like justify myself. It's not like, if I do that, I promise I'll do the hoovering for a month. It's not, you know what I mean? I'm not that much of a simp. But we discuss it. I won't go out and actually no. The only time I haven't done that was when I went to my first reptile expo last year. Hang on, Softy, stop saying that. Yeah. And I was like, right, I might get a male Tokay. She was like, all right. I was like, but don't worry, he's going to go in the same enclosure as the female. That's cool. I was like, all right, but that's all you're coming back with, just one thing. I was like, well, yeah, I haven't got plans to get anything else. All right, no worries. She's like, but if you do, can you just give me a heads up? Just drop me a message and just let me know what you're thinking of getting. I was like, all right, yeah, cool. So I dropped her a message. I was and I sent her a picture of me holding a millipede. I was like, I'm going to get a millipede. Yeah. She was like, no. I was like, all right, what about a scorpion? No. What about this? No. What about that? No. I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to stop asking. So I stopped asking. I thought I got away with it because the next day she saw that I'd come in with stuff, but she didn't ask. And next day she was like, "Oh, how was it?" I was like, "Yeah, it was really good, really good." Yeah, I said I saw it was packed, like it was quite uncomfortable in there actually, but it was a good laugh. Saw loads of cool animals. All right, and I was there, and she sort of carried on. I was like, is she going to ask me what I bought, or I was thinking I might have got away with this? And then about 10 minutes later, she went, "Go on then. What did you end up coming home with?" I was like, "Oh shit!" And I said, "Yeah." What's that?
She knows you too well.
Yeah, I know. I said, I ended up coming home with 3 little millipedes, like the little red ones. Some stick insects, some plants, and a jumping spider. And yeah, when I said I got a spider, she was like, "You got a spider?" I was like, "Yeah, but we've discussed that in the past. You said you wouldn't mind." She said, "No, I never said that." I was like, "I'm almost certain you said you wouldn't have minded a spider, but oh well,
I
it's
mean,
done
jumping
now, isn't
spiders
it?"
are cute though.
They
My
are.
my wife saw like footage of them on TikTok, and she like asked me, she's like, "Can we get a jumping spider?" I was like, "Are you gonna take care of it?" She's like, "No," and I was like, "No." She does the same thing with bunnies. She wants to get animals, but like tax them on thing. I'm like, dude, like no, they're your reptiles. Like part of the fun is like you take care of them. And she's like, "Nah, I don't
Yeah,
want a green spider anyways." I was like, "Okay then."
yeah. You mean people go to reptile shows and shops and don't buy things every time? It's rare.
Sounds like a
It's
myth.
very, it's very, very rare. I'll be honest. For me, it's mainly funds more than anything else. Like, if I had more money, then you can bet your bottom dollar. Every time I went to a reptile shop or something, I'd come out with something, whether it's dry goods, whether it's whatever, I'd be
Thank
coming out
God
with
you're not
something.
rich.
Literally that. Like, I mean, I got quite lucky because obviously the only reason I've managed to get a Luminized UVB unit is because of my Patreon. That's it. Otherwise, there was no way I was going to be able to get that. So I'm lucky in that sense. But yeah,
Yeah, for me it's space, dude. Like I'm out of
yeah,
space already. And I
yeah,
mean the thing is I'm not out of space right now. Like if I wanted to, I could physically get another reptile, have a nice setup for it here.
yeah,
But I know that the green tree pythons, the ones that are under a year old, they're in this little kind of rack system because that's where they do best.
yeah,
But that's gonna get replaced with these back here. Those
yeah,
are
yeah,
3x2x2s for them. So the rack area is gonna be taken up by 6 of those enclosures.
yeah, yeah,
So when that time comes, and I have to make sure that there's enough room for it. So I'm officially out of space. Like you won't see another reptile coming in here. I mean, except for one green tree python that I paid for like months ago, and
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just waiting for it to be a little bit older to get. But that was already taken into account for when I like calculated the space I have left. But
yeah.
I'm officially out of room, which is a good thing because I do want to get more reptiles. So it's an incentive to be better about saving money to move into a bigger house. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's the plan.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you on that one. Like I say, I'm out of space as well, and I've spilt out onto other rooms. The hope is I would quite like to have the conservatory because that's a much bigger room. The only problem with that is I can't move straight in there because it's freezing cold in the winter and boiling hot in the summer. So I've got to do a little bit of work on it, insulate the floor, sort out the roof, things like that. And then if I get it to the point where it's stable on temperature, then all well and good. It's much bigger than the room I'm in now. With this room, once I've built the last 3 Vivs for the Royals that I'm keeping, that's it. Like I say, the Tokay cannot move in here. There's no room for the Tokay in here because obviously she's in an upright 4x2x2 or 2x4x2, whatever you want to call it. So there's no way. There's an 8-foot enclosure in next to me
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
so there's no chance. But if I manage to convince my miss, I mean, it should be all right. To be fair, we've already spoken about it, and she's open to the idea. But like I say, we can't afford like sorting out the insulation and the flooring and things like that right now. It's just not top of the priorities list with another little one on the way. But that's why I think it would be cool if I can start monetizing stuff. Like if I can pay for that with YouTube advert money, mate, laughing.
Oh, dude, do not hold your breath on that. When you first start getting paid, it's not
Oh,
that
it's
much.
gonna be yeah. It's gonna be nothing, isn't it?
It's nothing, dude. I mean, to be fair, I uploaded my first video since getting monetized like 2-3 days ago. Dude, I've made like $20 like 2 weeks from ads, and that's
But
mainly like older videos. So it's nice that
yeah,
it's like a library that just kind of passively gets you income.
yeah.
But I would say like once you get monetized, like don't expect real money from it for like
No,
another
no,
year or two.
no, definitely not. But even like you say that 20 quid, like that's still 20 more than I'd be getting before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And it's something that I can contribute to, doing other stuff. So I think that's it's something. It's better than nothing. Like it's even the small amount would help. So
Yeah.
20 quid. I don't know if he means that in a good or bad way.
No, it's American money,
That's loads.
like American dollars.
20 quid in 2 weeks. $20 in 2 weeks. Did you say $20 in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. I got my payout of £80 for the last month.
Shit, it's not bad.
Yeah. I'm a way off yet. I mean, I'm hoping this is the year that I manage to do it. Should be all right. Again, I'm enjoying the journey now. Like I say, I did that Viv build this month. Yeah, to be fair, he does all right on the supers. Definitely does all right. Ads I don't get much. That's because everyone's too busy.
So wait, so when Paul said 80 for the last month, that's just ads, or is that including the supers?
That's a good question.
I've never done like a live anything on my channel.
Because my shit gets limited. Yeah, I'm not sure. Paul, can you answer that? Is that supers and ads, or supers and ads? There you go. But by the sounds of things, obviously, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, yeah, because obviously the majority of what Paul does on YouTube is live podcasts anyway. And if they're limited, then he's shit out of luck. There goes that. Although, to be fair, Paul, is it tomorrow? I'm going to shout you out because you are one of the godfathers of True Tales. Is it tomorrow your Reptile Room tour? I think it is. I can't remember. I could be.
I think I saw that on Instagram. He's like, I was like, I hated making this fucking video. Go watch it. I was like, damn, okay.
I hated doing it. Enjoy. There you go. Yeah, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Sick. All right, everyone tune into that. I'm super late. Sorry. Don't be silly. You're all right. It's all good. We've just mainly been doing introductions for the new co-host of True Tales over here.
What's up, Natalia?
Yeah, I hated making it. I keep it real, baby. To be fair, I quite like. Obviously, this is one of the differences with me and Paul. Is like, I quite enjoy. I can film a video. I think you're similar. I quite enjoy filming, and even if I'm by myself with the camera, it's quite natural and I can get on with it. But I quite like it. I don't mind it. Obviously, by the sounds of things, for Paul, he doesn't enjoy things like that. No full shit with me. I'm curious to see.
I like filming too.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what his tone is like in tomorrow's video, because I remember him even saying, he was like, I just filmed it and it was shit. I'm like, oh, cool. I enjoyed my next 2 videos that I filmed. ADHD type. This was just too long. The long ones, because obviously I still do some what they call pre-recorded podcasts, and I'm currently I say editing. I'm watching back one of them and it's like 2.5 hours long. I'm not editing that, and in actual fact, my latest guest on that one swears like an absolute trooper. I'm like, I'm not going through, and
is it someone I know?
I don't think so. No, he's a guy that's a lot of the time in here. It's Baum. Have you ever seen him commenting and things like that?
Yeah. I know who that is. I don't know him.
Yeah, but like really, really smart bloke, really switched on. But yeah, he swears like an absolute trooper. And I was like, I'm just going to put a warning at the beginning of the video.
Warning, swear words.
I was like, yeah, just a heads up. This guy swears a lot, and I'm not editing it out, so enjoy. But yeah, that's 2.5 hours long. And I just add some B-roll. I don't, when I say edit, if I see bits, that, because for instance, there was one that I did where I just popped away quick to get an example of something that I drew, like as in measurements and shit. I'll cut that out, but I won't edit it the way I edit my videos, like the usual ones I do. I'm not doing a 2.5 hour edit because that'll take me days.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all to go through that much footage. So, I mean, I genuinely enjoy basically everything about YouTube and content creating for the most part. literally the only thing I hate about what I do is the setup process. Because like I said before we went live, I hate that I don't have a set kind of studio type thing going on where I can just sit down, press play, and be good. Every time I have to film a video, the rack that I have to slide it over, move the cords around, take out my microphone, take out my camera, set it up, make sure it stands right, mess with the windows because I just use natural lighting, so I have to like mess with the blinds, get the right lighting, make sure like my hair doesn't look like stupid, sit down, like make sure the chair is like in a good spot because this chair doesn't stay here. Like it's in the middle of my reptile room right now. Like I just bring a chair, make sure it's set up. Like I spend easily like 15 to 20 minutes setting up every time I film a video. That's the only part I hate, but the actual talking to the camera, I like. Filming my animals and or talking over, I like. The editing process for the video, I like. The making the thumbnails, I like. Like I like all that. I just hate the setup, like to actually get going.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah, I don't really do that. I probably will because I even bought one of those ring lights. And to be fair, in the end,
I bought one too,
basically,
and I didn't like it.
It's just become a tripod now. To be fair, it's just become for when I'm doing DIY stuff in the garden or anything like that. It's just become a tripod as opposed to the light itself. I don't know. It felt a little bit too
it's like too
influence, a little bit. Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know. It was all right, but to be fair, the lighting in here is quite good anyway. Well, it's a bit bright.
You're pale, dude. Yeah, it's like you're like it makes you super white.
I know, I do need to sort that out, but again, I need to invest in some better. Oh, didn't mean to do that. But here we go. I'm going to start fucking up again. No, we're good. We're good.
That's better.
It's the problem is all of my lights are out. Like everyone's lights go off at Ragnar's is currently. Yeah, her lights go off at 7 at the moment. And everyone else is at 8 at the minute. But yeah, so it's quite dark in here if I don't have the lights on. But obviously, like I say, it's bordering 9 o'clock. Oh. But yeah,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn the air on.
All right, no worries. Yeah, see,
I'm not ditching you. I promise. I'll come back.
Paul, join again. I'll add you. Imagine that. Just bring him back in. Like, hi guys. He's like, what the fuck do you want this time? Everyone in the comments, what do you want to see or hear from myself and Alex? Have you got any questions? Have you got anything you want to know? Whether it's from me or Alex or both. Hang on. What's going on?
With reception.
Yeah, don't think too much about it. It's one or the other.
There you go.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah. I just had him on standby because I weren't sure how long you were going to be.
I turned the air on and then I realized we had a guest, so I had to go say hi to her and stuff. So it was a bit of a distraction.
Yeah.
I can go now. So
yeah. All right. Cheers, Paul. Appreciate that.
Bye.
Yeah, I was basically asking those in the comments section if they've got any questions for either of us or both of us, especially considering what we've been talking about.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, whilst we're waiting for that, so far everyone's gone, no, I haven't got any questions. But yeah, man, it's interesting. I'm hoping we can hit the ground running on this because I really enjoy it. I think it's good fun. Like the podcast, the live stuff. I really like the editing, like you were just saying, the thumbnails, the editing. Here we go. Can we have more dog and cat content? At the minute,
I can do that. I'll bring one of them.
Yeah.
So the thing with my dog, he's like a 70-pound dog, and I'm on a chair, so I have to like lift him up. I'll bring my dog for 1 second, and then I'll bring my cat.
All right. Yeah, to be fair, unfortunately, Fee, Aya is... Where's Aya? She's asleep. In actual fact, I think everyone is upstairs with the missus. I think Aya's at the bottom of the bed, like the foot of the bed, and the cats are on the bed. So unfortunately, I won't be able to help you. Give it another 15, 20 minutes, and they'll probably be crying at the door again, like you see them do every now and again. Noisy bastards. Although one of them's not very well at the moment, I'm afraid. Oh, here we go.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hold on. You see
Oh,
him?
look.
Ooh, look up. Let me see if he'll, and I can get him to sit on my lap for a little bit.
Oh, that's such a pretty dog, man. He's so handsome.
Yeah, he's an Australian Shepherd. Come here.
Yeah.
Bro. Come here. Bro, don't go under the chair. Go over it. I know you're getting too big for
Oh,
this.
look.
Hi, Brew. Yeah, he's a good boy.
How old is he?
He gives me a ton of allergies though. I know, man. I have to take a Claritin. No, actually not that often. So like this right now wouldn't give me allergies. But if I were to like lay down next to him for like a decent amount of time, I'd start getting allergies.
Yeah. But did you know that before you got a dog?
I'm not allergic to most dogs. It's just he's really fluffy. Because I
Right,
had when I was living with my mom, I had a Maltese. Like that was a family dog, and it never gave me allergies. So no, I didn't know. But it's so worth it, dude.
Yeah. No, to be fair, she's not here at the minute. I had to give her a shower yesterday, because on Mondays she goes out with the dog walker. And obviously I'd just come off of night, so I was asleep in the afternoon. I hear her come back, and I heard the dog walker put the dog in the kitchen, and she doesn't usually do that anymore. She used to when she was younger, but not really anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. I checked my phone, and I got a message from the dog walker saying, I'm really sorry, but I managed to roll around in something questionable, and she stinks, so I've put her in the kitchen behind the baby gate. I was like, for God's sake, so I had to come down, take her upstairs, give her a shower, and she's considering she loves going in the sea. She loves standing in the rain or running through puddles. Hates showers. Absolutely hates showers. It does my head in. I don't understand. She's a golden retriever, and like most of them love water.
Well,
and
yeah,
she does.
Most of them like water.
Yeah, and she does until it's a warm shower. Like if we go to the beach, for example, obviously the sea around here is not warm. These are not tropical seas. But she's out there. She's jumping about. She's up to her chest in seawater. But try and put her in a warm shower. No.
Huh. That's crazy. That's pretty weird. Yeah, my dog my dog hates water too, like all water. Sprinklers, hose, anything. I have so my parents love my dog, especially my dad. He loves that dog. So whenever I go visit them, I make sure I bring him, and they have a pool. So if we ever get in the pool, he starts barking like crazy. Like I don't know if he thinks that we're drowning. I don't know if he thinks the pool is somehow attacking us, but he'll bark like crazy. And then if you're unfortunate enough to like swim to the like near the kind of edge, he'll bite you and try to pull you out of the water because he thinks you're like in trouble. Yeah. So I have to like be careful when I get into the pool around him because he'll go crazy, man. I don't know what his problem is with water.
It's mad. I mean, I don't know how renowned the shepherds are for liking water, to be fair. So I don't know if that's as weird as Aya not liking water. But
no, it's definitely not as weird. Like they're not known for loving it, but he has such an aversion to it. He's scared of a lot of shit, to be honest, man. He's scared of like the vacuum cleaner. He's scared of like the blow dryer. He's scared of like people on bicycles. Like there's like a random list of shit he's scared of.
Well, the thing is with Aya, it's funny because the first time we ever had obviously Guy Fawkes a fireworks night over here or any sort of fireworks, we were worried because we weren't sure how she was going to react. The fireworks started going off and she didn't even move. She did not give a shit. Yeah. And then I don't know how much longer after it was, but we had a thunderstorm. And again, you're worried. You're like, is she going to be all right? Is she going to be crying? Is she going to be... She slept through the whole thing. Not bothered at all. If you show her a frying pan or a spatula, she's terrified. You're muted, by the way, Geese. There we go. Yeah, you're good. You're good. But yeah, she's so weird. Like, she's scared of inanimate objects. I remember once I took her for a walk and someone had left a beanie hat on, like, in a bush, like on a stick. So you could see it. It was sort of and it took me about 5 minutes to get her to walk past the hat.
Damn, dude. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, considering they use golden retrievers for like drug sniffing dogs and to lead the blind around, dread to imagine.
Yeah.
How's it going, gang? What's going on, Geese? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Riddler beat his dog with a beanie hat. It's not much of a beating with a beanie hat, to be fair, but it's just weird because, like I say, it's like, in actual fact, if you were to see her and come round, like, you would think she's been beaten with stuff. It's really strange. Like, she hasn't. Let me just reassure everyone of that now.
It's really strange.
Yeah.
It's so strange. What scared her she's gonna be?
Why is she scared of this
belt in your hand?
He didn't deny it. You can't beat anyone with a baseball bat. You can beat people with a baseball bat. You can't beat anyone with a beanie hat. It's not going to work unless you fill it full of cement first, which I'm not saying I did that, but no, it's funny, man. It's funny because my parents don't like dogs. They don't hate them, but we never had dogs growing up. The only reason I've got a dog now is because I never had one. I always wanted one. We had cats, which, as you've seen, we've got them as well. But I tell you what, having a puppy was fucking hard work. Have you had Rue from a puppy?
Of course. I had him 8 weeks. 8 weeks is typically like when they start selling the puppies here.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, man, dude, I cannot complain. He is the best behaved dog.
That's choosing on his dog. Yeah.
I have the best behaved dog that's ever lived. I see the way because I have two brothers. I see the way my brother's dogs act. I see the way some other people's dogs act. Even like the other day I had to go to the vet. Just seeing the other dogs there just yapping and just being so like poor behaved, I was like, man, these dogs suck. But he's always been good. And he so as a very, very puppy, he probably had a couple accidents like the first month I had him.
Yeah.
Dude, he was like fully potty trained by like 3.5 months old. Like, doesn't rip shit up, doesn't do anything. If he needs to go to the restroom and for whatever reason, like, I'm not there or I can't take him, just holds it and goes. He's super good with my kid. Like, he is just the perfect dog. He's not, he's very loving, but he's not overly needy. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I will follow you around the house. And I love it. I think it's class, but for some reason, I don't know what's happened, but like, pregnancy in my missus, she's not got a lot of patience with the dog at the minute, like not a lot. And like when I was following her, she's just there going, just don't. Like, that's just what it is. It's really, but even my missus knows it. Like she tries not to, but she's like, I don't know what it is, but my patience with the dog is just really low.
You just have to tell her, dude.
Don't know what to tell you. Yeah.
I mean, that happened with my wife too. And I told her, I was like, dude, like, you're just being really hormonal and you're just taking it out on everyone around you. And she's like, oh, yeah, you're right. I am. And then, she once she realized, like, it was just her hormones. She was just like, okay, like, I'll just try and, like, control it a little bit better. Because like, it's just sometimes you think it's, like, the things around you. Sometimes it's just you. And it's normal. Like, people, like, when they're pregnant, like, they go through that shit. Like, their whole thing just gets out of whack. Yeah,
I've even said to her, like, 'cause obviously I've been snapped at a few times, but again, when she's like, sorry, I didn't mean it, I'm like, but it's not you, it's your hormones. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, you told me to fuck off earlier on, I'm not happy with that. She tells me to fuck off at the best of times anyway, because most of the time I deserve it. But other than that, I'm just like, but it's not you, it's not, so don't worry about it. But obviously Aya doesn't understand that. It's a bit more difficult. Don't get me wrong, again, she doesn't like, she's not horrible to her, but she's just not got any patience, which is weird because the same thing happened to my sister-in-law. she's given birth now. But yeah, similar when they've got their dog, and she just lost all patience with the dog. I don't know what it was. I don't know, but bro,
Oh man,
allow me. I'm
you're getting flamed, bro.
Yeah, it's just standard though, isn't it? Absolutely standard. I did enjoy these though. You dumb dog cunt. But she is dumb. I adore her. She's not intelligent at all. That is a great shout. Just always have a snack in hand to offer at all times. That is an incredible shout.
Is that for the dogs or the missus?
No, I'm assuming for my missus, but it's not dog abuse. Don't be like that. Me and I have fun. I adore that dog, but I do call her dumb, but she doesn't understand me. So
wait, hold on. Can you say dog again?
Dog.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Why?
I thought I heard you say it like an American, but no. Bro, almost every day. Yo, what's up, guys? It's Ravishing Reptiles back with another dog walk. Like, yeah, we got Ari here for the dog walk. And I was like, oh, fuck, man. I hate the way you say dog.
Here we go. The famous British accent is coming out. We're going, I was a toast, we get hangry. Yeah, I get that. Me and Aya have fun. Yeah, Paul has met Aya, and she decided to jump on him. Like, literally, I don't know what happened, because she knows not to jump up at people. She knows, but sometimes she just gets overexcited. Paul came in. I was like, look, it's Aya. And she just comes bounding down and just jumped up on him, nearly nutted him one in the balls as well. It's just, oh, great. What a great introduction.
She's probably heard his voice before. It sounded familiar.
Maybe.
She felt like she knew him.
No, that was you saying that. I didn't like her.
Ooh,
I'm not a dog man. No, to be fair,
damn.
He's more of a, if I remember correctly, Paul's more of a cat person. But it's weird because I don't give my cats the time of the day. I think they're fucking annoying, and I've said that. Like, I love them, don't get me wrong. They're still my pets. But please shut up.
I love my cat, dude.
Do you know what? I think it's purely because of the kind of cats we've got. We've got ragdolls, and they are so vocal and needy. It's ridiculous. Ragdolls.
Ragdolls?
Yeah, really big, fluffy. Yeah. I'll show you. Because I've had cats in the past that are just normal, sort of like, I don't know what they're called. Tabbies. That's it. I had a couple of tabbies, and they're just chill. I don't know if you're still there or not. To be fair, he's just
I'm right here.
All right, fair enough. I thought I was talking to myself.
One of my snakes was like surfing the glass, like he wanted to come out.
All right, okay.
This is actually my first snake.
Yeah,
I got him 3.5 years ago.
Nice. He's a beauty, isn't he?
Yeah, he's nice, man. I love him. I love seeing these guys in the wild too.
See, that's mad. Like, still to this day, I've not seen a snake in the wild ever.
Dude,
again,
you gotta get down to Florida, bro.
I know.
Maybe sometime in August or something.
That would be sick. If I had the money, mate, I'd be out there. You know that. Where are the tree monitors? Yeah, where are you?
And an extra ticket.
Yeah. I have an email to Sarah too. Her name is Janeway. I thought that was you, to be honest. I did think that, but yeah, your snake's gorgeous and your setup's really nice. Really, really nice. Bringing it back to a reptile podcast. We will do so every now and again. I know we spent a lot of time there talking about cats and dogs. He's not a real reptile person. Who, me or Alex? Probably he's going to say both.
One of us has a reptile in their hands. The other person's talking about their fucking dog and cat.
You fuck yourself. So are you. All right, I tell you what. It's my turn.
I hope he gets bit on camera. Let's see what we got.
There we go.
Oh, nice. A royal python.
This is the one that Paul had a special moment with when he came round.
The one he hated?
No. This is the one that Paul. This is the one that you said you were going to buy off me, isn't it? Corn snakes. I do like corn snakes. Jacob's got.
That. They're awesome. They're just such a good first snake.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, Paul, but that is facts. But I'm working on it.
Came out of a rack.
Huh?
Oh, you really are the rack reaper, bro.
Oh, mate, I tell you what, it's not going to be long. I'm hoping that I can start building the next Viv soon, because the one that I've built. Oh yeah, by the way, shameless self plug for those of you that are in the chat. Thursday is the final episode of the 4-part series where you see the whole Viv come together. Anyway, it was something I was chatting about on my story earlier on, to be fair. Essentially, I've got the majority of the stuff that I need to build another one. Like, I don't have enough to do like overhead heat and UVB straight away or LEDs. But if I was to buy the plywood and the glass, and the runners, I could have another snake in a nearly 4x2x2. Now, she'd be on a heat mat, which obviously isn't ideal, but surely that's better being in something like that than being in a tub.
Yeah, I say do it, dude.
Mm.
How many do you have left in the rack?
Allow me.
Is he pretending to be you?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
You shouldn't have procreated, man. You should not have procreated. Dude, what's gonna happen when your kid grows up and then he just sees like all these greats on like YouTube, TV, all these big naturalistic vivs? He walks over to you like, "Daddy, why are our snakes in racks?"
No,
how's that kid gonna feel, man? How are you gonna look him in the face and you're gonna tell him, you know what, son? It's because you're here.
Yeah. And what it's going to be, and I'm going to say, also, to be fair, son, we've done that so that we can use them to breed and make money for ourselves by using animals.
Wow. And then he's going to be like, "Dad, how would you like it if some, advanced species came over here, trapped you in a little box, and forced you to fuck?" That's essentially what reptile breeding is.
I'd go, "Son, I haven't done that since you were born, so I would love it."
Oh man.
No. Like I say, I'm not ever going to breed royals ever again. It's not happening. That was the plan. I don't shy away from that. I was going to breed royals.
Why?
I didn't know any better. I literally didn't know any better. The people that I was surrounded with and the people at the shop that I used to speak to all the time, they were basically saying it's the way to go. It's a good thing to do. You can keep them in racks because they love living in small spaces and shit like that. And I fell for it. That's the problem. I fell for it. So that's why I'm down to 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 left in the rack. 5 royals left in the rack. 2 of them are for sale. So yeah, I've got 3 more Vivs to build, with 2 of them hopefully moving on. Well, I did have a guy lined up to get them, but he hasn't replied to me since early December. So I don't think that's happening anymore.
Yeah, dude, it's been a month and a half. I don't think it's happening either.
No, I don't think so. Which is why, like I say, they're back on Morph Market, they're back on Pre-Loved and all of that. But unfortunately, Gary is one of the ones that is leaving me, or will do when I manage to get a buyer.
Poor guy. You said his name is Gary?
Yeah, his name's Gary.
Like after Gary, I don't know his last name.
No.
And you really like him.
He is cute though, isn't he? He's a lovely snake. No, so I named a lot of our snakes, or my snakes, I should say. And I was going for like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings names. Eventually, when my missus started liking the snakes as well, she was like, "Can I name these ones?" I was like, "No." So, well, it's my money as well. She helped me buy a couple. I was like, "All right." She was like, That one's Gary. And I was like, don't do that. I've
Gary
got
the Saiyan.
I've got an Egret. I've got, I've got an Uber. I've got Valdis. I've got things like that. I've got Pippin, obviously Lord of the Rings.
Dude, those names suck, man. No offense.
No, you fuck yourself. No, they don't. These names are
some shitty names, man.
Have you not seen Game of Thrones?
I have seen Game of Thrones, and dude,
I know what you want.
Was pretty whack, but season 8 was a dumpster fire. Season 8 ruined the show for me. I wish I would have never seen it. It ruined it so bad that I haven't even seen the spin-off, House of Dragon, which I heard it's actually really, really good.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna watch it just because of that disgusting taste I still have in my mouth. Is anything Game of Thrones related?
Wait, what's it? I don't think anyone knows Gary's real name. Is it not Gary?
Shit. I hope so.
I hope so. I'm sure. Yeah. I've lost my train of thought now. What was I saying? You fucking distracted me. What was I saying? I was saying about, oh yeah, and then all of a sudden my missus came along and started naming some of them. So she named one of the pastel pieds Elsa, which also really annoyed me.
Like from the Frozen movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I think Paul was right, man. You're a fucking cuck. how do you pronounce that word? I've only ever seen it spelled. Cuck?
Yeah, cuck.
Cuck. Yeah, you're a cuck. Damn, I hate saying that word, but it probably feels nice to type it out.
Well, no doubt we'll be seeing that typed out a lot later on. Then I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, we're working on it. Go on.
So obviously the whole ball python thing didn't work out. I'm assuming you were just trying to make some money off them, right? Like when you decided you wanted to breed them. I mean, that's why people.
That was the plan.
Or were you just amazed by them and you wanted to see what you could make, or was it more of a financial thing?
I'd say little column A, little column B. It was a bit of both. It was one of those things like I was sort of blinded by the money that you can make in it. And the thing that was justified to me was the fact that it wasn't cruel, which, as we all know, is bollocks anyway. We know that it's cruel. Oh, hang on. Alex, do you know what a cuck is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. So I thought a cuck was someone that. Oh, wait a second. I think I don't. I think I'm mistaken. Cuck. Is cuck not a synonym for simp? Because I actually, now that I think about it, I think I remember a different definition that doesn't have any context here, but it's still very insulting.
I'm back. What did I walk in on? Paul is asking Alex if he knows what a cuck is. So yeah, you got that.
I thought I knew what it was, but if the original definition I just remembered now is correct, I don't think he would call you that.
No.
I think he's using it like simp. That's how I was using it. I think you're a fucking simp. I think you're a pushover. I can't believe you let her name, dude. I can't believe you let her name one of your snakes Elsa. That has to be the worst one, dude.
Yeah, but I agree. But like I say, to be fair, it was her money as well. Like the snakes that I bought, I named, but I can't say to her, "Can you contribute?" However much money it was for a snake, and then she says, "Can I name it?" And I go, "No." That's just shitty, isn't it?
Well, that's your problem. You shouldn't have let her pay for it, because then you lose naming rights.
Yeah, but it's done now. It's done now anyway. Like I say, the ones that she's named.
Hold on. Can we the chat, dude? So I don't know what a cuck is now. So I think we need Paul to explain it. Will, you don't know what it is either, dude.
Either that, or let me have a quick look at something. Let me see if this will help. Maybe this would be quite funny.
He doubled down though. He made sure to restate that you are indeed a cuck, whatever that may be.
There you go. Hang on.
Wait a second, Riddler. Do you know what it is?
Hang on. Yeah, but let me just do something to make it funnier. Share screen. Share screen. Share. There you go. That's what, according to Urban Dictionary, which that is what I thought it was anyway, to be fair.
That's the definition I was thinking of. I thought it was a guy that enjoys, gets off on watching another man fuck his wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I didn't really get the context, but the second part letting the wife do whatever she wants and treat him like shit. That sounds a bit more up your alley.
But it's just not true. I don't. You know what? There's a
Dude, your
fine
voice
line.
cracked when you said that.
It's not true. Stop being mean to me. No.
Nah, we're just joking. We're good. We know you
No.
wear the pants.
But I'm glad I stayed. Cuck. Look, there's a difference between being a cuck and having mutual respect with your wife or partner. All right. So
That sounds like something she trained you to say. They call
know
me
what?
a cock. Just tell
There's-
me mutual respect or some bullshit. Get out of my face.
There's no way. There is no way for me to get out of this one. There's no. I can say whatever I want, but I'm not. There's no way
The
out.
tides have changed, Ben. You have everyone against you. There's no winning. You just have to roll over and play dead like a fucking.
Or maybe I'll just embrace it and I'll just get some new merch, some cuck merch, Riddler's cucking. All about that. No.
I hate that you just said that out loud. Riddler's cucking.
Yeah, cucking doesn't work, does it?
No, it doesn't work.
No.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it does. There you go. Oh, there you go. Well, that might be a better idea anyway. New IG bio. Oi, I'm on Scott's like Scott, Sue Scott.
Who the fuck is Scott?
I don't know. Hello, BH. Anyway, that silence was deafening. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
BH,
I couldn't laugh, man. I couldn't encourage that kind of joke, that kind of behavior.
Listen, you say a lot worse than that, so let's not act like you're innocent.
At least I'm not a cuck.
Okay. Hello, PH. Nice to see you bringing the energy. Scott's inverts. I don't know. I'm not sure
Is that what I'm thinking of? Is that a guy with like a bunch of tarantulas? I mean, probably they're inverts.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What is he saying?
Scott. Who, me or Scott?
No, Will. Be Hayek?
Biatch, I'm assuming.
That's not how I would have spelled it. Come here. Come here, dude. You were meowing to get in.
UK channel.
He's going to be happy about this one.
There you go.
He gets bored after a few minutes. Hey.
He has teas. Okay, fair enough. I've not heard of that one, to be fair. But thank you for joining, BH. Appreciate you. Where you're pronouncing, yeah, is what Will is saying. B Hutch, yeah.
Why does he say it like that?
I don't know. I don't really question what Will does or says anymore.
Yeah, me neither, dude. Once after we spent those 24 hours like awake nonstop in the Everglades, I realized how sick his mind was and just what a demented like human being he was. Like towards the end of it, especially when he was like just low on sleep
deprivation as well. Yeah.
My God, man, dude, I thought he got to a point where he was so hungry, he was like looking at like this fucking cockroach that like flew like into the car, and he's like, I bet you won't dare me to eat it. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna dare you to eat it. He's like, come on, dare me to eat it. He wanted me to dare him because he actually wanted to eat the cockroach. Like that kid is crazy.
Oh, hang on, he's typing. Here we go.
I know for a fact.
I don't even believe this shit. Pathological.
Is he calling me a liar?
Yeah, he called you a pathological liar.
That's fine, man. He can.
I've got a quick question for Paul. Obviously, you and Will spent 24 hours together in the Everglades. Paul, what would you rather do in life than spend 24 hours with me in the Everglades? This is going to be good. Oh, wow.
Dude, he answered that before you even asked him.
Not even finish asking the
Holy
question.
shit.
Fucking funny. No. Don't ask. No.
I would pay money to see that. I would pay money to see that. I genuinely don't think. I think one of you guys just doesn't make it out. Like, you guys are going to drive each other so crazy that you're just going to have to kill the other person. That's what's going to happen.
Let me put it this way. Oh, look who's come to say hello. Let me put it this way. When obviously it's been discussed in the past. Imagine if we come over and we all do it together. I just, again, as a laugh, I was like, Paul, imagine sitting on the plane with me to Florida. Like, we'd sit next to each other. And he was like, no, but we wouldn't, though. I said, what do you mean? He was like, no, but we wouldn't. I was like, you wouldn't sit next to me for the flight over there? And he was like, absolutely not. I was like, but how? Oh, right, okay. Cool.
Oh, he'd rather take his chances with a stranger.
Yeah, which is wild, really. But anyway, I think, hang on, 2 secs. I think Gary here wants to go. Well, probably doesn't want to go home because he lives in.
How old is Gary?
Gary, I think, is I think he's 3 years old.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm taking my my royal out. Shit. Bro, this is why I don't allow my cat in here. She just scared the shit out of me, and I dropped her hide onto my toe. Oh, man. Yeah, my girl is 3 as well, but she dude, she didn't start consistently eating until maybe like 7-8 months ago.
Yeah,
so it's pretty small for a 3-year-old, but
yeah. I mean, to be fair, Gary obviously is male, so this is about as big as he'll get. But yeah,
she's still growing, man. Like she's
stunning, man. She's a beautiful snake.
Yeah, she's cool, man. She's the only reason I got a ball python.
Yeah,
I didn't really care much for the other morphs. And then I saw just a white snake on YouTube with like blue eyes, and I was just like, I kind of want that. So I went to an expo specifically looking for this. And I wanted it so bad that I didn't wait for there to be an expo here in Miami. This was before I even knew about like morph market and stuff. And I just went up to an expo in Tampa, which is like 4 hours away, but it was worth it. That's where I got her at.
Yeah. She's stunning, to be fair. She is a beautiful snake. But yeah, no, my days of buying royals are all done. I'm not going to be getting any more. Like I say, I'm selling a couple off, and then the ones I'm keeping are the ones I'm keeping, and then that's it. But
how many are you keeping?
6. Yeah, so I've got 2 in Vivs already, and then 3 in Vivs now already, and then obviously I've got 3 more to build. What 24 hours could we do here, Riddler? Haunted house. I'd be game. I'd be up for it. I don't know if you'd be up for it, Gary. Okay.
Maybe you guys can do like the most dangerous part of London or something for like 24 hours.
I'd rather not get stabbed, to be honest with you.
Just flaunt a bunch of jewelry too.
Is this? Oh, God's sake! You're not helping me here, buddy. The problem with the whole 24 hours in London is we'd probably end up getting stabbed, which
really? London's like that?
London's, mate, it's awful. I mean, it obviously depends which part you go into, but the majority of London, it's you don't want to spend 24 hours in London because the chances are you'll get robbed, stabbed, something like that. So yeah, not great.
How far are you from London?
I'm about 3.5, 4 hours away. Do you even believe in ghosts, Riddler? I do not. No, I do not. 24 hours.
That's why he picked it.
From the sea. No, London is no joke. Try and take his wallet. I used to live just outside of London. That's where I'm from originally. I was just outside of London. But then, to be fair, I then moved to Portsmouth, which again, this means nothing to you, but that was a shithole as well. I saw, like drug deals going on outside, like my flat and things like that. I saw all sorts, mate. It was awful.
Yeah, man, sounds scary.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Oh, shit.
This isn't that comfy, to be honest with you, Gaza, but all right, fair enough. Listen, Paul, if you want to... Oh, there you go.
I can't believe you're getting rid of Gary, bro. Gary's so cool.
I
Look at
know.
him trying to give your headphones a hug. Come on, Dad, please. Don't throw me away. Just give me a Viv. I saw you give it to that other snake. Please, why can't I get a Viv?
Not Pompey, yeah. Pompey was awful.
Artis.
I had a knife pulled on me in Nottingham. Nice. That sounds great. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm an hour-ish from London, M4, yeah. I don't know what's your boy Will Exotic saying here? I don't know what he's trying to say.
Is that Spanish?
I don't know.
Gorillas, chains. What the hell could that mean? I don't know. I don't know what the hell he's saying, man. He's probably trying to tell us that he wants to eat another cockroach.
What's with that? Why did he want to eat a cockroach? Like your 24-hour challenge, yeah,
dude. Why
was it without food? I thought it was just a 24
no,
hours.
So we had food, man. Like, so we started at like 10 p.m., which was a mistake. We should have started in the morning, but we started at 10 p.m. So we would have to finish the day after.
Yeah.
At around, I want to say like 7, 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
We got some McDonald's. Some McDonald's breakfast, you know, us Americans. And we kept riding. Will had packed us before the day started these like turkey and cheese sandwiches, and he had put them in a cooler, but the cooler, he didn't put enough ice, so it all melted. So it was just room temperature water in there. The water wasn't even cold anymore. And so we already had McDonald's. We had gone to a couple different spots. We went to the final spot, and Will is like bitching and moaning and like, oh, I'm sleepy. Oh, I'm hungry. And I'm like, bro, then eat one of the fucking sandwiches you brought.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I don't like this. Like, it's whatever. And I'm like, bro, just eat it, dude. He ends up eating the sandwich, but he wasn't happy about it. He's like, that didn't fill me up. That didn't satisfy me. I'm like, dude, we're driving back. Like, stop bitching. There's nothing I can do. Like, you want me to pull food out of my ass? But we waited a few more minutes, and then by now I can tell that like the sleep deprivation is actually affecting us because I'm irritable. I'm getting scared of like random shit happening, moving. Like I feel like I'm tripping out, and he's like losing it. Like he's already made a bunch of stupid, like almost like I couldn't even understand what he was saying. And then the roach flew in, bro. His eyes lit up, bro. Like somebody had just served him a gourmet meal on a platter. Like he genuinely wanted to eat the roach, man. Like it was the scariest thing ever, and I'm glad that I ended up lowering the windows in the back really quickly to get the thing out of the car because he was gonna eat it.
Apparently, it's really good protein though, but you know we won't go into that.
Yeah, anything for a cheap meal.
The challenge itself spending 24 hours with Riddler reptiles. Bro, why you gotta do me like that? I don't. I'm not that bad. I don't think I could very well be actually. I don't know. Roaches don't fly.
Yeah, they do. Roaches do fly. They can only glide. Okay, hold on. Riddler, do you mind Googling if roaches can fly? Because he's trying to tarnish my reputation. They fly, bro. I've seen them fly. It flew into the car. He's trying so hard to make me out to be a liar.
Ooh, hang on. Hang on, my boy. Let's have a quick share screen. Share screen. All species of cockroaches have wings as adults, but not all are good flyers or don't fly at all. In fact, most cockroaches do not fly at all. And cockroaches that are able to fly will usually only do so if the heat or cold conditions encourage it.
It was really hot that day. It was really hot that day.
I don't know. I don't know who that. All right, hang on. Bye, Paul. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. I think. There are different species of roaches. Some fly, some don't.
Yeah, hi. Yo, my kid wants to say hi to you.
Hello, you all right?
Hello.
Wow.
¿Eres un motherfucker? No? All right, bro. Bye. Okay, bye. You're so lucky he's in a good mood.
Why,
I was like, is he a motherfucker? He's like, I love everyone, bro. He knows what that means, though.
I've had a roach fly at me and it felt personal. Yeah, that's wounding. Absolutely wounding.
They do fly though, and literally one did fly into the car, and Will did try to eat it. Like his whole argument right now is based on what anatomy. It's not like we can go back see what specific cockroach it was. Like they fly, and I think that's what kind of turned him on about it. That it was like a flying dish.
Unfortunately for Will, I can believe that that's something he'd do. I could see him seeing a cockroach and eating it. I can see it. It's not out of the realms of possibility. So sorry, Will, unless you've got any definitive proof, I'm leaving and taking one of the audience with me.
Is he saying that because there's only 8 people on?
At the minute, there's 9 people, but you know,
so
we've got up there. We've had a fair few, but fuck Will anyway. I say as I'm wearing his. Oh, here we go. We've got a question. Oh, look, someone who's actually.
Yeah, so I'll just turn my computer around and show him. So this is what I mean, by the way, of I have to like improvise and make a fucking setup. But the Kimberly enclosure is doing well. The only thing is it got too hot in there for the pothos that I had. So hold on, let me see if you guys can see. Is this good? Kind of.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is the full enclosure. It's 6 feet tall, 4 feet wide, 2 feet deep. The enclosure is pretty good. I throw in some snake sheds every once in a while.
Yeah.
For fun. You can actually see the Kimmy. She's like freaking out because of the computer. Let me see. Do you guys see her? Or him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's up here.
Will has just said that Brad was making better enclosures in 2nd grade, by the way.
I'm actually sure he was. I think Brad makes better enclosures than all the people here put together. The enclosure's doing well. I had the hanging plant here, but I had to remove it because it just died, dude. It gets way too hot in here. I mean, look at this right now. It's at 103. But she likes it, which is more important than a fucking plant. But what's
103 in like a normal measurement, like what normal people use, Celsius?
Celsius? I'm not sure. I'm American, so I don't really give a shit about other countries or measurements.
And then you were gonna respond to Will as well.
He said it looks like buns, which is ass. Yeah. So Will's the kind of person. He's very sneaky. He's the kind of person that can't really lift himself up, so he needs to bring others down. So that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to kind of like pit me and Brad against each other. But the thing is, I love Brad, man. He makes awesome enclosures. I have no issue with it. He was trying to hurt my feelings. But the thing is, the last shit that Brad took probably looks better than any enclosure Will has ever made. So,
well, all you need to do is ask Will how the blue tree enclosure is looking at the minute.
What blue tree enclosure? I thought he had to demolish it because he fucked up. And then he titles his video "Problems in the Reptile Room." I messed up. I'm destroying this enclosure. It's about time. I think he milked that for like 2 or 3 videos. Like first it was like announcing that he has to get rid of it. Then it was showing how he's getting rid of it. Then it was bitching about like some other stuff. Are you going to acknowledge that comment? I'm not.
I don't really know how to respond to that, to be fair, because I'm not sure who that... I don't know if that's a compliment to Brad or an insult to you. I don't know what that means. I don't know what he's... Anyway, I think... Trust me, I'm getting 2 more out of it. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, milking it.
Yeah, he's told me that before, too.
But yeah, in response, by the looks of things, to Brad's actual nice, serious question for us, the Kim enclosure's looking good.
Thank you, Richard. I
You're most
appreciate that.
welcome.
But no, yeah, it's doing well, and she's enjoying it. She's I have noticed Brad with the LOL. That was just a cheeky LOL. Good one, Will. But yeah, I have noticed that she's just so active, man. Like, and it's funny because you know the cork barks I have. So during the day, like I'll just spot her in like different places, exploring, looking for stuff. And especially when I put a new shed in there, she goes crazy exploring it. She like tore one of them up too, just for fun. But she actually has managed to. She somehow fits under the cork bark, like the cork flats. She has managed to squeeze in there, and that's where she sleeps at night.
Mad.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I do like the Kimberleys. They're lovely, lovely monitors.
Dude, you should get one.
I can't. I've literally got no space at all. But it's just funny because I keep seeing these new, like I say new to me, monitors and things like that. Like the other day, Paul and Matt posted like videos or something of what were they? King's monitors. And leucistic ones as well. Like what's that?
It's like King's Rock monitors, right? Something like that.
Something like that. I'm not sure, but it was Matt's got a couple of leucistics as well, and they are stunning.
Leucistic,
mate. Literally,
cool.
It's a white and orange lizard, and this thing was sick. Oh, there you go. Dan's there. King Orem.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know people were doing that with them.
Kings, yeah. Dan got you, Kings. Yeah.
Will's comment. We already knew the answer. He just copied Dan's work. Like we can't see the time of when things get copied.
And also, to be fair, I am a monitor noob. I am. I'm very much a monitor noob. I've only got one monitor lizard, and that's fine.
Have you, Ritter, by chance, have you, since you're a noob, I'm assuming you've probably had to tear down that enclosure because something went horribly wrong the first time, right?
No, it's been absolutely fine from
really?
Yeah.
Mine too.
Is it? That's mad.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
so
man.
You didn't fuck up and make 4 different videos about it.
No, man, of course not. People do that.
Yeah.
You got to be real scummy to put your lizard through hardship and then use it, record it for financial gain.
Yeah.
I respect to do something like that.
Yeah. No, I've not.
And then my favorite part is he then took that monitor, this fucking monitor that was used to a big ass jungle. He threw it in a little Pilbara box. And he's like, oh, you know what? This will make him more social because now he can't hide from me. He tried to twist it into a positive.
Building the whole rainforest on my first try. I see. There you go. Hang on. Here we go. Paul is back in, Will. Oh, I'm breaking the rack. Yeah, in all fairness, I have milked that quite a lot. I have done a whole series of. It's called shutting down the rack, but the rack is still there.
I was gonna say, dude, like all you did was remove one snake from it. You saved one snake, and you're like, "Yeah, goodbye, rag." Meanwhile, the other 5 are in there screaming, begging to see the light of day.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Tarnishing my name. I had to come back for that. Stop the cap. The what? Your videos are superior. Superior to what? Superior to yours, Will, or what?
I think he's talking about the Rainforest series.
All right. Man made it from plasterboard. It worked, though. I'm telling you, it worked. I like it. The process of getting out of rack keeping is good to document for others. Yeah. Essentially. I mean, to be fair, that's why I'm obviously this is bigging myself up a little bit here, but that's why I think it's like when the whole rack discussion comes up and I say, yeah, racks are shit. I know a lot of the time people are like, well, how do you know that? Like, at least I can say because I've done it and it was shit. You know what I mean? I can speak from experience. I've currently got 3 Royals in Vivs now, who I can categorically tell you prefer being in Vivs, use the space, climb, bask, and all of that. So yeah, I think it's but I have milked it. But it's all part of the game,
you
isn't
gotta
it?
get to those 4,000 hours somehow.
Exactly. And yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think we've done all right. Rax is shit game like, help me, Riddler, help me. Gary's
Sorry,
gone to
buddy.
bed.
No room for a real setup for you. I'm just gonna send you to live with someone else. Enjoy your new family, Gary.
Poor Gary. Alex, do you say, oh, okay.
Do my GTP's Miss Light. So he's talking about this. I guess I'll just show him.
Or are they happy in dark boxes over water with no dry land?
So it sounds bad, but they genuinely love this. Like they enjoy. So you see how there's no light in here?
Yeah.
There was an LED light back there that I could turn on. They told me, and by they I mean like the people that actually work with green trees and have been doing it for years, not some random Hispanic guy with a YouTube channel. They hate the light, which is why if you notice also here how these lights, this one here to my left and below me is much brighter. The only lights in these two enclosures is a very small UVB. The light stresses them out. I had a lot more problems when the LED lights on this one were on. They just do not feel like they want to be in the darkness. And so the light from the reptile room, since this rack is normally facing the actual room, they still get their day and night cycle, but it's not from a light inside of their enclosure, if that makes sense. And I know Will was just saying that to be an asshole, but I figured I could use it as a teaching moments. And the water, they like it over water. It keeps the humidity high. They'll drink from it. They poop. Their poop is watery, so it helps with the cleaning the poop. And I mean, the best ball python breeders say that they don't climb. They're not the best. They're probably not the best. Are the only people who can speak snake? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. If he's talking about drinking their own shit, okay. Obviously, you changed the fucking water. Oh shit, my mic that I'm not even using.
Just be careful because Will is relishing this. Will is sat there relishing it.
No, of course. He's butthurt because we called out his failure.
What's
They
going
don't
on,
like
Bal?
it if you ask.
Bal
Yeah,
in the
well,
house.
it's called. You can tell by their behavior, by how they're moving, if they're comfortable, if they're eating. If you want, you can look into it and ask. Literally 90% of the people that actually keep green trees, and they will tell you the same thing. They do not like light. The people that initially founded what is all the green tree stuff, some people didn't give them light at all. Like they just literally kept them in a basement and would get clutches every year. I think a little bit of UVB is good, but that's about it. Like they don't need it bright.
Well, sorry for being late. No worries, Baum. Just to let you know that our pod is nearly done. It's nearly ready to go. That'll be a February release. Oh. Change the water, bro. Are they fish? He's still going. He's still going.
Man. Jesus fucking Christ.
Royals eat and breed and move on and live in racks. I'm assuming that's what that meant. 99% of people say savanna monitors should eat rats. We're getting into some. We're getting into some shit here. We're getting.
So first of all, who's still breeding savanna monitors and why?
It's very rare now, isn't it? I think.
No, I don't know. I mean, Will's made it seem like there's a bunch of them.
No, I don't think he means breeding them. I think he means people like feeding them.
Yeah.
As opposed to giving
to
them.
answer his Paul point about why Royals eat and breed and move on racks, that's fine. I think that's probably why there's more of the debate, specifically with ball pythons, about whether or not racks are good or not. Because I think that's probably an argument that gets brought up, like, oh, they're doing fine, they're eating, they're breeding. with green tree pythons, if you keep them somewhere with a ton of light, eventually they're going to start doing bad for you. Like, no one successful is pounding light into them. Like, they'll keep them very, very minimal, the light. And they won't breed if it's fucking bright as shit. So it's not the same thing as ball pythons, even though I do think ball pythons need bigger enclosures. And just because they can survive and reproduce in a rack doesn't necessarily mean it's fucking fine for them.
Yeah.
Like you said, you have the experience. You see the difference. They'll use the space, and they're obviously not scared of it, because that's another thing that, you know, ball python breeders will say, like, oh, they're gonna get stressed out. It's too big, yada yada. They just don't want to invest in the space. They want to have more snakes in smaller spaces so they can make more money. But they actually do. If you give them hiding opportunities, they'll explore the whole thing. Like my ball python is in every corner of her enclosure.
Yeah. Hello, my lovely friend. Hello, Earl. Nice to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining. Man, we should be breeding savannas. Stop wild caught. Yeah, we should be. He's in the US. Can you explain the sarcasm, please, Riddler? I think it's a bit late for that now, to be fair.
Yeah, I think that went over my head.
I think both Paul and Will got you hook, line, and sinker there.
I didn't know it was a pro ball python comment. I thought it was like anti keeping green tree pythons with not a lot of light comment. So my fault.
Yeah, it was, but that was the general gist of it. But okay, Luke from Beaches Skinny Bees keeps GTP naturally and with light does well.
I didn't even know he had a GTP. I've seen some of his content before, but it's usually lizard. Yeah, but how much light is he giving it? Is it like plant lights or is it like UVB lights?
Was Gary here at any point? Gary has not, but Gary the snake has been here, Baum, but not Gary, our friend. Alex, I think you need to be keeping your GTPs in a whole room. More WC, less ball pythons than GTP. Gary the snake. Oh, he has a fair few apparently. Not Gary the human. Oh, I'm not 100%, but at least UVB. All right, so that's similar to what you're doing with your adults then.
Yeah.
Or your older ones, yeah.
The only ones that don't get UVB are the small ones, and that's only for the first no more than 12 months of their life, and then they move up.
No, Gary has not turned up. Like I say, apart from Gary the snake, but yeah. Right. Oh, hang on. Keep all GTPs on the surface of the sun from now on. I think he's he's lost it. He's going to start eating cockroaches again soon. Crocs of the World here has a huge setup for a GTP and ETB, and they're hella bright and they do well. Us Americans like to be sarcastic, wink, wink, and don't talk bad on our McDonald's.
Oh, I love McDonald's.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm not hating on McDonald's.
I have seen the zoo setups, but dude, they have a bunch. Dude, they have like trees in there. They have shade and shit. Like, it's not like if you're gonna give them the light, you need to provide cover for them. I doubt. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt that they spend too much time just under it, basking it. Like,
again, it's
probably closer to
that whole thing of giving them choice, I guess. Like, give them the light, and if they want to be in the light, they can. If they don't have to be. Can we not just all agree to disagree that they need to be healthy and tired after a long day? Not going to have a problem with temp gradients on the sun. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I think the issue with folklore husbandry is that it's worked so people don't change, i.e. racks. You have to dare to change to find out. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. That's how you expand. For sure. Now, and they sit out and bask. I've seen it. Well, fair enough. I still need to go to Crocs of the World, to be fair. It does look really good. I can't remember how far away it is from me, but it looks sick, and it is a place I'd like to go. However, I'm not going to lie to you, geez. I'm fucking knackered.
You're what?
Knackered.
Knackered?
Knackered. Have you not heard knackered? Fuck's sake.
Dude, we don't have those stupid ass fucking words here, man. Knackered?
Actually, what was it that you and Will hated me saying the other day? Winding me up. You hated that, didn't you? You've never heard winding me up.
Harmless? Oh, winding me up.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I hated that, man. Like, oh, you boys are winding me up. It felt wrong, man. It literally felt wrong. Yeah, keep winding me up. Dude, it was just creepy, man. Don't say that shit.
Could we get a British monitor sipping tea meme? I'm sure we could. I'm very much sure we could sort that out. Hit that like button for Riddler. Appreciate you, Brad. Thank you. But yeah, we are going to start wrapping up now. Alex, unless you've got anything you want to add for episode 1 for you, or if anyone in the comments is tired of being cut.
Oh, so that's what it means. Knackered just means you're tired.
Knackered is but like really tired, almost like exhausted. Dude,
From
stop.
what? Being a tug? Closing comments.
An American
I
deciding.
guess thank you everyone for being here. With the exception of Will, of course. He didn't contribute much to the discussion today. He was just kind of he's just a nuisance. That's the way to describe him. He's a nuisance. But yeah, man, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, it's been good.
To the next one, and I'm gonna get some dinner because I'm actually pretty hungry.
Yeah, good man. All right, well. We appreciate each and every one of you for joining us. It's been a good laugh, and it's obviously episode 1 for myself and Alex. Next time, I will try and make sure that my microphone is plugged in from the beginning.
I'll make sure mine works next time.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll sort it out, man. Like I say, obviously, it's a lot easier for you because you do your own shifts, don't you? Whereas for me, we've got to work it around what shifts I'm doing. But we'll sort something out for the next 2-3 weeks or something like that. But yeah, all good, man. But yeah, appreciate you obviously being the new co-host. Obviously, again, I've said it already, but I'll say it again. Appreciate you, Paul, for obviously starting this with me. But Alex, thank you for taking up as co-host. I appreciate you.
Of course, man. Thank you for having
me. Everyone, if you're not following Alex already, obviously you subscribed, all of that, go and follow him, check him out. Obviously all good stuff. But otherwise, we will see you in the next episode whenever we manage to sort that out.
Peace.
Peace out, ladies and gents. Have a good one.